5DR 3.3 has been developed to be capable of handling projects that have become increasingly large and complex. This video will show how you can optimize performance on your computer using 5DR 3.3 settings. The performance depends on your computer characteristics in terms of CPU capacity and internal memory. The CPU and internal memory can be viewed in the System's overview on your computer. Double-click the sample project file. The Startup View Boxes window will open. View boxes are defined spaces in the project buildings. You can see objects only within the view box you are in. For each view box is indicated the memory required and the time it takes to load, based on earlier loading. In the top right corner is indicated in green the physical and free memory on your computer. In the bottom left corner is indicated the estimated memory requirement for the selected view boxes. In red if the memory requirement is larger than the available memory. If the checkbox in front of a view box is checked, the view box will be loaded on startup. Now select the view boxes you want to load at startup and press the Confirm button. Please note only 268,000 models are loaded, where the project contains 1.5 million objects. Now we will show how to use the level of detail to optimize the performance. The level of detail is based on that you can only see all details in your close vicinity. Further away you can see less details. The space is divided in boxes. Directly around you is the detailed box. Around the detailed box is the less detailed box, where you can see only larger objects. The third box is the background box, where you can see only background models. The final box is the view box. Now look at a branch of process cooling water. From the 5D menu, choose Preferences. Select the Graphics tab. In the Graphics tab you can define the settings for the render quality. The top section shows the size of the detailed box. The middle section shows the settings of the less detailed box. The bottom section shows the settings of the background box. Please note that if a view box is defined, it overrides the background box. Typically the medium quality has a detailed box of 10 by 10 meters. You can define 3 default settings: low, medium, and high quality. When you change to the high quality settings, your detailed box becomes larger. Now change back to the medium quality settings. You are in the middle of the detailed box. It moves with you when you move. Apart from the size of the boxes, you can also set sizes for the objects you can see outside the detailed box. There are separate settings for connections, components, and equipment. Now check the properties of the valve to calculate the size. The volume of the valve is 0.011 cubic meter. Change the setting for Show Components with minimum volume to 0.01 cubic meter. The valves become visible in the less detailed box too. The branch pipe has a diameter of 200 mm. Change the value for Show Connections with minimum section to 0.21 meters. THEPP is no longer visible in the less detailed box. It is still visible in the background box as we did not change those settings. Now change the value for Show Connections with minimum size in the background box. The pipe is not visible in the background box anymore too. The smaller the values used for the render quality, the more one can see outside the detailed box. But the more you can see, the more rendering is required and performance will be reduced. But this depends on the computer 5D is being used on, and needs to be set by every user. 5DR 3.3 allows you to adapt the settings for each computer and project for the optimal performance.